He's buff.
He is
I looked
buff.
at pictures of him without a shirt on. Sorry.
You love when he was towing the tire, weren't you?
Oh my! That's one of my favorite scenes because it was ridiculous. It's like he's.
Welcome to another episode of
Nerd Out!
I am Randy. This is Brian, and sorry I cut you off because we're just gonna get into. I've gotten the 112 collection Batman from Mezco thanks to MotorCityToyStore.com. I think that if you type in the promo code NERDOUT, you get a 5% discount. So check out MotorCityToyStore.com. Thanks, Nick. This is the Ben Affleck Batman vs Superman Batman, and we're just talking about how buff Ben Affleck is.
Yeah, he works out like a motherfucker, and you know
he was huge. He was a beefcake.
Yeah.
Really huge.
And I like the workout scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Like lifting weights is going to help his chances beating Superman. I loved it. It's like Rocky.
Right.
Like,
it was like Rocky.
Yeah, it's like, but it worked for me. I believed it. They can't go this
I'm in the minority because I watched that movie recently, and with all its flaws, I can still watch it.
And you haven't watched the good one.
No, I have not.
I'll tell you
it's
what.
on my list.
I love that movie. Sort of. I don't care what people say. I'm not going to argue it's better than everybody thinks it is, but I enjoy the shit out of that.
I enjoy it too.
I liked it a lot.
The only part that I don't enjoy is the Doomsday scene. They could cut that out. But even watching, it's on HBO right now, and I've been watching it in rotation. I've watched it like 3 times in the last couple weeks. I do. I enjoy watching it.
They should have just resurrected General Zod. And made him like
just made like a Super Zod.
Yeah, made him like General Zod a little bit because that character was
and
even cool.
That actor's good. I can't remember his name.
Michael something, right?
Michael something.
He was great in Midnight Express. Midnight Special.
I didn't see. Oh yeah, he was great.
Awesome.
Midnight Special is a great movie. I haven't seen it. So the last Mezco I got was the Frankenstein, and we got a lot of shit for that because our review was pretty.
We didn't like it enough.
I don't think so. Not only did we not like it enough, but we didn't talk enough about. You know what it was? We're fairly ignorant about Frankenstein,
monsters and stuff.
And so people were. I think some viewers were very upset that we weren't as knowledgeable about the character. I'm sorry. We're casual Frankenstein fans, but here we are with the Batman,
and we're more than casual Batman.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair to say. I mean, look, I'll say this now. I think looks wise, I think the Ben Affleck Batman is the best looking cinematic Batman. Best looking, best costume. He fits that Dark Knight. Who do you think is better? Christian Bale, maybe? I
don't know, because the problem with Christian Bale is on screen, he looks awesome.
Yeah.
But once you see that costume in like daylight, it looks pretty bad. Like in the third movie, when it showed him fighting like in it was like where this is more believable, you know.
I like this one because it's more spandexy. Like where the other, like from Keaton on, like they're more armored, armor plates.
Where this is like the old school, just a ripped dude in a costume. Ass.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This figure brings me back to why I was going apeshit over Mezco's. Now he is big and bulky, but the character was big and bulky. It's a doll, but I love it. The articulation in it is spectacular. The costume is good. I think it could be a little tighter in the crotch.
Yeah,
a little tighter in the crotch.
It was like really tight in the movie. Wow, weird.
It's just the way it's going to be.
There's no way around
it. We're playing with dolls here.
Yeah, but that's okay.
But I think it should be a little tighter in the crotch.
I thought it should be like more like rubbery.
Leathery?
I thought so. I mean, that's what I got from... I mean, it looks good. They're probably right. Yeah. I'm probably wrong. But
I love the bat symbol, though. Like, whatever texture that is. The thing is about this figure, I think the shoulders are a little bulbous, but like he's big dude. The one thing I like about this toy that I can't put it down, like it's got endless posability options. Yeah, please, it's hard to put down.
It is sweet. And they really did a good job on this costume, making his boots not look goofy.
Oh, yeah.
And his gloves aren't too big. It's like this. You could believe a guy would jump around like this.
I agree.
To an extent.
I like how there's dirt on the back of the cape. Did you see that?
Oh,
like that's a nice touch. Like what a nice touch. And I think it definitely looks like Benny.
Yeah.
Which head do you like better? Do you like the open mouth option or the closed mouth?
Does he come with guns?
Oh yeah, let's get into that.
With the guns, open mouth, but just chilling, closed mouth.
Yeah. I've always preferred more of a closed mouth, neutral, less expressive face. But I do think that this Ben Affleck open mouth, it really does like capture Ben Affleck's look, and you only get from like below the nose and his chin of Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Box is your standard box. If you rotate it, it's got a nice picture, and I really do like that. That's a nice like silhouette, but it's subtle and it's classy. And as you all know, it opens up and it is classy. Accessory wise, gets pretty intense.
Wonderwoman. Really bad.
I would like.
I want the three of them facing off. Yeah, I want the three of them to face off against an unknown enemy because the enemy was stupid.
Yeah,
but they still look sweet. Right, the three of them.
She looks sweet and she's very attractive. But I think her acting chops are pretty off. Like I don't know what else she's been in. But
that's why she spoke so little.
Yeah,
movie. It was conscious.
How are we gonna watch her for an entire 2-hour movie?
Neither it's going to be awesome or it's going to be terrible.
I think
it's not going to be okay.
There's no in between.
There's no in between. It's black or white. And I have a feeling maybe Chris Pine will carry the movie.
Chris Pine?
It's just, I
like Chris Pine.
Me too, but I don't know if I'm going to like him anymore. I'm scared.
They're going to have to do a lot of Wonder Woman crotch shots. Like, you remember that shot in Batman vs. Superman where, she's sliding and they literally got a shot of her, like a straight-up crotch shot?
Yeah, that's what, between her legs.
Yeah,
she was sliding. It was sort of awesome.
It was, but it was, definitely a moment where I was like, that was definitely an intentional shot. They're let's get in on that crotch. Here's his accessories. These are still taped, but I can untape them.
Right.
He comes with, I know this is batarangs galore. Batarangs, there's his gun. That's a sweet gun.
Like that gun, the Build-A-Figure gun.
Yeah, he comes with all these little darts and stuff. He comes with, I like these. They give you the option of hands that have them. Yeah, that's a good feature. He comes with some good open hands, a gun hand. You're welcome to put any hand on it you want. He also comes with the option of the flight stand. I don't know if I brought the other piece over here, but you pop out the nubbin, and then it's a little difficult, and then you pop this in, and then you put all these this contraption that will make it so his cape is like in action
everywhere. That's sweet.
It is pretty sweet. It's a really cool. It's an intense process, and I still haven't fully done it.
In God's name.
This throws back to the old school Batman the most. That's what I like.
I agree.
Too.
Also,
that's my favorite outfit.
Which one?
70s. I like the 70s, just blue and gray.
I like the Superpowers '84 Batman. Yeah,
that's that one basically. Yeah.
So, but. I mean, no underwear is probably the way to go. That's the way to go in a modern superhero.
Yeah, it would look goofy with the blue underwear.
I think so too. I have not played with the May Effects Batman vs Superman, but we did play with that shit time Mattel one with Magnus.
That's garbage.
That was garbage. These are a different level. Oh man, just posing like the level. I love this leathery cape. I've said this before. I'm not a soft goods collector. And I never thought I ever would be. But these have changed me. They just feel like you're getting when you're spending.
It's different when they do it right.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Even and it's still a toy. A Hot Toys, they might do it fine, but you're not gonna play with it.
Yeah,
that is a Barbie.
I don't want to handle it big.
It's too big to wield, and you're gonna get 4 of them out.
I agree. You're gonna have your Barbies but I haven't really been able to put this down for some time. The only criticisms I have, I do have some I think the outfit around the crotch could be a little tighter, and I am scared that this cloth is not gonna last the test of time.
I was thinking about that too. I wonder how long it. Yeah, I'm curious to see how long it lasts for.
I don't know. You want to compare it to the other Batmans?
Sure.
All right. Hold on.
Let's do it.
We're gonna do
our good idea. Hold on, Bruce. We're getting your buddies.
We'll get the armored Batman, and we'll get.
Dude, is this okay?
All right. Armored Batman. Here, check it out.
Yeah.
I still love that armored Batman, but that's a
now. Is this out of the movie or is this? Okay, so that is the armor. Yeah. Okay.
This one is This is what I think. If I'm going to guess how Ben Affleck was inspired by that costume, I'd guess.
Yeah, I would say that for sure.
Yeah, and look how big that is.
Yeah, that's why I love this guy. It's he really did try to look like the Dark Knight.
I think that they're an item that you really have to handle in order to appreciate. I think they do photograph well, but I do think that
they don't. You can't photograph their weight,
right?
Because it's heavy.
Right.
This is probably I don't know, 10 ounces.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is. It just has a good feel to it. I gotta say, I think it's my favorite one, and I also think it's competing for a spot on my year's best. Is that?
That's fine. Yeah. I mean, were you going to give this like line of the year? I mean, these are awesome.
We'll have to talk about that. But the one thing that would stop them from getting a toy line of the year is the fact that they had distribution problems and just didn't get enough product. But they transformed my collecting habits. Like, if I know Mezco 112 is coming out with a Batman, and I know Mafex or Figuarts is coming out with the Batman, the likelihood is I'm going to wait for the Mezco one, and that's so weird. It's so out of the norm
that
of
you
my
would
collecting.
go for that.
I know,
so.
and it really is like, I don't know how to sell someone on it, because I really think the only way that you can truly appreciate it is having it in hand. But then you have to ask yourself, like, when does a toy become worth $80? And that's something we have to talk about, because that is a lot of money.
It is, but I mean, it's like, if aesthetics are really important to you, like if you've got money, if you've got money and having like a beautiful piece behind glass is important to you, then these are 100% worth it. But like, if you just want to like muck around, like you can muck around with these, but if you just want to beat the shit out of some action figures, play before you go to bed, throw them in a shoebox under your bed, then don't
spend an $80 on
But if you're going to display a piece and you like want to show it to your girlfriend, show it to your parents, even show it to people, and these are easy to justify.
I agree.
I mean, you can put it to his hand, but wow, that's pretty intense, you know.
You're making some very valid points. Actually, this was a conversation that I wanted to say for Dave Kruger to have, and we still will. But he was asking, like, how do you justify like a Figuart $60 versus a black $20? Like, how do you distinguish how these figures can be worth it? And I think the bottom line is how bad do you want the best of the best? Like, are you okay with having just a mediocre Batman, or do you want the best version of that character? And for my money, like, it is all depending on the character. I just love these Mezcos. I can't stop eating your cat hair. I just can't stop with them. Like, I just love the way they look and feel. When I play with one, I feel like I'm getting my money's worth, as opposed to like when I open up a Star Wars black figure, I do muck around with it for a few minutes, and then it's kind of like, all right.
Well, basically, you have 5 poses.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
You can put it in all the, like, you can't do anything original with the posing. It's just, it's not there. It's like, it's designed to be posed maybe 1 of 10 ways. Like,
yeah, you're right.
But the joints will only do so much. Where these have like universal joints covered by cloth. It's like you can pretty much, if you can think it, you can do it with them.
Absolutely. You know? And I love the level of accessories. I think that's one of the things that was lacking from the Frankenstein, is that I do like the option of putting on the different hands, putting in the batarangs, put them on a flight stand. Like, I love that option. Like, I like to play with my toys.
That door for him would have
been, you know what?
Make it sweet.
That door,
$100 door.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
That kind of turned me off a little bit. Just the fact that they're doing that. Like, I understand that that's great that they're making that for those people who want the option, but for them to come out with that after the fact and then say
shitty
$110 for a door, it kind of did burn me a little bit. It kind of it kind of made me step back from Mezco for a minute. But then this Batman came out and brought me right back in. I can't wait for Soups. I can't wait for Superman, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I mean, actually, like, I don't like Henry Cavill.
You don't?
I like him.
But
the aesthetics, it's like, dude,
what is it you
don't
like?
Huge dude in a skin tight blue out. It's boring. At least we have a cowl here and a mask. But it's like I don't know, man.
I understand what you're saying.
Dude.
I understand what you're saying, but I watched it the other day, and the scene where like Superman walks into the courtroom, I'm like, that's Superman. That's badass.
Yeah.
He's also like a huge dude.
Yeah, he's a huge dude. There's movies about huge, ripped
how
dudes
does that
in
happen?
tight outfits.
Oh,
you know?
It is.
He works out a lot, probably.
I guess so. Like, what commitment of exercise would you need to do that? Like, I don't know if I can even like pop.
I'll bet they're doing 4 to 6 hours a day.
Yeah,
I'll bet you. I mean,
you have to be a blessed person to begin with, too, right? I mean, Ben Affleck's got to be, and like Henry Cavill, they've got to be like a good 6'3".
Probably. I mean, you know.
My 5'7" is not.
But Ben Affleck, it's all discipline. He's an average guy. I mean.
You think so?
Yeah, you've seen all his movies before.
That's true. I mean he's an average body. He's a little bit okay. He's an average Hollywood guy, but you know.
You saw Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't look good there. He had a gut.
That's true.
He was a little sloppy in that movie.
By the way, you look very svelte. Very nice. Very svelte. Staying off the chocolate chip cookies.
I'm trying, man.
Looks good. Looking good. You could be the next Superman, maybe.
That'd be sweet. Yeah.
God, there's no superhero I can think of that I could be. I can't think of, like, Mr. Mxyzptlk. No.
Mr. Mxyzptlk.
No. I mean, Wolverine, because Wolverine's short and hairy.
Yeah, you can be
if
Wolverine.
I buffed up, and got super huge.
Start smoking.
Oh man, if I could go back to smoking. I could be Wolverine. I think that would be the super. And you know what? I think that's one of the reasons why Wolverine became one of my favorite superheroes is because he's like 5'3", little hairy dude with a crooked nose.
He was pissed.
And he was pissed off. And he smoked cigarettes. Actually, I didn't like the fact that he smoked cigarettes. That's bad. Kids, don't smoke.
Yeah, don't smoke.
Anyways,
unless you're Wolverine,
unless
you're healing factor,
absolutely, you don't have to worry about lung cancer. But otherwise, I'm fully on board with these Mezcos. I said it again. The price is making me inch away because I think they've gone up $10 or so. Like, when do they get to a point where they hit the wall? Like, when do they become $100? Do they become $100 figures?
No,
you don't think
these
so?
These are $80. Yeah, no more than 80. Like, what are they? How much are they really?
They're about $80. Yeah,
I think that's.
You don't think that if they become popular, they can hit a whole new level?
I mean, they probably will, but then it's like I'd be pissed.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard, but you know what? The thing is if you're in it to win it, you got to pay this price now. Toys are not cheap.
No, they're not.
No.
I mean,
junk is $20.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much where you start off on cheap toys is $20 a piece.
Yeah,
Legends, $20.
This is professional collecting right here, Mezco. But if you want the best of the best, I highly recommend doing it. And if you don't think you can get over the cloth, you might not be able to.
Yeah,
I did though. Any other last words on Mezco? Would you ever buy one? Is there a character that you would buy into? Because I mean, you're not as much action figures as you are.
The whole thing is like it depends. If I walked into a comic book store and saw one,
right?
Like, yeah, I mean, I would like if I saw like a Boba Fett,
right? Or so Boba Fett,
maybe a Boba Fett, a Darth Vader, like
Darth
Wolverine.
Vader,
if that is sweet Wolverine, like,
No, I get what you're saying. I say check them out. Go to MotorCityToyStore.com. Pick it up. I think Batman is my favorite one, but I also like the movie, and I do like the character design. I have no issue with Ben Affleck Batman. Check us out.
He's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, I think so. Except for like Martha, but that was all of them. All of them.
Yeah.
That was kind of a shit show.
But they did the voice right. That's what I liked. How they gave him a digital voice.
I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it, and I liked it.
I liked it. It worked.
It did. Because Christian Bale was like, "You are good." That got intense.
Fast.
Yeah,
it got old fast.
It did. It was pretty intense. Check it out. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Check out these Mezcos. And until next time, nerd out! Martha.